What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining us for another night of hot topics and social commentary. We appreciate your viewership so much. There will be no JoJo Speaks without you guys, the viewers. So thank you all so much. A couple things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash it. So go ahead and mash it, won't you? Also, be sure to press the like button. Give us a thumbs up on this video. Let us know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out here in this YouTube universe. Be sure to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics that we're discussing tonight. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And also be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody out here know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I got my sister Genesita with the popping locks in a ponytail tonight. What's going on, girl?
You know, we out here dipping it and doing it as much as we can, as good as we know how. And I just want to give God the glory. It is Thursday and we haven't made it, honey. So we are making it to Friday. And I have 4 more wings that I need to eat.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. It's this week has been interesting for me because for some reason it felt like Tuesday didn't happen. And yesterday I'm like, it's Wednesday? Tomorrow's Thursday? What is this? What is this going on?
What is this?
Back to what Bianca said, I think it was this past Monday. Like life seems to go by so fast now that we're older. It seems like yeah, but you know, and I actually prayed the other night for God to slow time down. Like I literally prayed for God to slow it down for me, Lord, and allow me to just enjoy these days. Go ahead, Jennifer. What were you going to say?
Let me tell you why it feels like it's going so fast. It's because as we get older, we come to realize how precious each day truly is. So as the
Absolutely.
days, the months, and the years go by, it's like, hold on, did I take advantage of all these moments here? Like, oh, hey, 7 years. That's why I keep on saying I was in that apartment for 7 years. 7 years of doing what?
What? Yes.
What? So
what
was I living? So that's I think that's why it feels like it moves so quickly. But I think there's no need to ask for God to slow down time because whatever we feel that we might have missed and we're praying for those things, just know that God can make up for any time that you may have thought that you've missed or due to the things that you've done in your life that, time passed by, whatever. But now that you can absolutely make the most and the best of all the time that you have in front of you in the present. So don't worry about the future coming fast at you. Things God has things in store for you.
Absolutely. I just got to buckle my seatbelt, honey. Just have to
That's all.
buckle.
And keep your eyes open.
Yes. Keep your eyes open, honey. Okay.
Watch out.
Okay. Watch out. Y'all better watch out, y'all.
Watch out.
Watch out. I could go on and on about watch out for a whole
Come
hour,
on.
y'all.
Come on.
Out.
Watch out.
Jennifer, can we go ahead and get into these comments before we get into our topics for tonight's show? Because we can go on an hour-long sermon on watching out, honey. On watch out.
Watch out now.
That was the highlight of my Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Literally the
she was coming to church.
Of my Sunday mornings. Because she was the only one talking during service. The only one, maybe besides Daddy from time
you want to know, but you want to know why though?
Why?
Because those sermons sounded new to her.
Probably. Yeah. Makes sense.
Aaron's here.
Hey, Aaron! Thank you so much for being here. Love you.
She put this comment in at 7:01. She said, hello to everyone. This is while I was upset because the prices of the wings over at Checkers went up to $16 from $1 per wing. $16 just for 10 wings, just for the wings, not the meal, just for the wings. I had to call my husband. And that's when it was turning 7:01.
Oh no.
Make you want to fight and cuss at the same time.
No, thank you.
So I'll never go back again. Apparently that $1 a wing was like apparently a thingy. You know what I'm saying? A promotion. Okay. A promotion. uh, Aaron, let everybody know to please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. Dustin is here.
Hey,
Hi, Dustin.
Dustin.
He said hello. Aaron made sure to say hello to Dustin as well. Y'all did this as soon as I put this link up. Thank
Hey,
y'all
Lady Virgo.
for watching out. Hello, Lady Virgo. She says good evening to everyone at 7:39. Y'all came in there early. What's going on?
They waiting,
uh,
honey.
okay, Robin is in here. Hello,
Hey,
Robin. God
Robin. What's going
bless.
on, Auntie Robin?
She said hello to Dustin and Lady Virgo. And Robin said, Auntie Robin, HR, Ace Boom Coon, present and accounted for. Hey, y'all.
Yes. Yes, all her titles in one. Come on now.
Okay. Um, Lady Virgo says hello to Robin. And to everyone else, Aaron and Dustin and everybody. Okay, not everybody saying hello to everybody. Um, Smiling with Aaron D says, anyone have any big plans for Christmas?
I don't have any big plans for Christmas. I have to. I'm still catching up on my Christmas music listening. I did good on Saturday. Right after prayer, I listened to
Did what you said.
"It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas" by Michael Bublé, and of course, "White Christmas" featuring Shania Twain. So yes,
Good stuff. Uh, I'm traveling, going to see the in-laws. I'm very excited to be up there. I mean, Jonathan was with me the last time we went up there, and I'm gonna be chilling hard and working, but chilling mostly and drinking a whole bunch of watermelon in Arizona.
all right, yes, because she got plenty.
On deck. Okay, all of it.
Okay,
Um, Robin says that was a sign for stop, not smash. Sorry. Okay,
it
so how do I smash? Smash? Is that better?
okay,
Because I did like as if you're pressing with your whole hand. I
right.
see you, Robin. Thank you. Uh, so Oliver Aaron D says everyone looks beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Erin.
Miss Kim is here. Hello. God bless you, Miss
Good
Kim.
evening, Miss
Good,
Kim.
good evening. She says, "Hey J and J, hello." Erin says hello to everybody. As per usual, everybody says hello to everybody. Y'all so sweet and cordial in the chat. We appreciate it. Miss Kim says, "Today is my last day of work. I won't touch my work laptop until January 7th. Girl, more power to you."
That's the reason to shout right there, Miss Kim. That's the reason that I'm gonna shout for you, honey. Okay.
Woo! I love that. Robin says, time passes faster the older we get, and that's what we're discovering."
It's very
Totally.
true. Very true, Miss Robin.
Didn't that like just the 4 years of high school seem like forever?
It did. It really, really did. Especially since I changed schools in the middle of my high school career. I went to one school my freshman and sophomore, then moved to a new school for my junior and senior. So it just felt elongated, and it felt like it took forever for me to graduate. It really did. And middle school was long too. Oh my
Just
gosh.
3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Now that we're having fun, Zoom. So Aaron says, Miss Kim, I'm so happy for you. Everybody saying hello. Okay. Robin says, remember how long it took for Christmas to come around when we were kids?
Yes. Yes.
Especially Christmas Eve. Me and Jonathan used to we used to sleep together on
Hmm.
Christmas Eve. We had our own rooms,
Hmm.
and we may not have done any of that throughout the rest of the year. But on Christmas
No.
Eve, oh, we in the same room.
Yeah, it was a tradition. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And a couple times we did sneak down the stairs to see what was under the tree. A few times here and there. You know, I remember one year when I got a bike for Christmas, and I was like, "Where did y'all put this thing?" They was like, "We just put it in the shed."
Let me tell you something. Our parents were really good at hiding the stuff. So my daddy, he would buy a whole bunch of vehicles. When there was always one main vehicle that we had, that the ones that they were making payments for, and then they would buy a vehicle cash. One of those cash vehicles would break down. The main one that stayed at the house the longest in unworking condition was that the little red Mazda. It was a two-door, and it was a stick shift. Mama told me how often she would put the Christmas presents in the trunk of that car.
Wow. Good hiding place. Good hiding
Okay. And
place.
then throughout the rest of the year, we'd find random presents if that they may have forgot that they hid. Like
Oh,
one time, I found a whole thing of chapstick in a drawer in the second bathroom. I was like, "What's this?" She was like, "Oh, that's your Christmas present. Merry Christmas!" And it happened months later. Anywho, that's enough. Um,
chapstick for Christmas. What a beautiful gift.
there was lip smuckers, the good
Oh,
stuff.
oh, okay, okay.
Who wait had the root beer and all that stuff. Smiling with Aaron D says, "I love everyone here." Oh,
We love you too, Aaron. We love you so much. You family, honey. Okay.
family. Oh, happy to have you. She says, "I love everyone not here too."
Of course.
Thank you for being specific.
Yes, absolutely.
I know she was like, let me make this clear. Robin said, I didn't know Checkers sold wings. I have
I
only
didn't
ever
either.
gotten the spicy chicken sandwich and the milkshake. Yes, I was introduced to Checkers in Maryland when first got with Tyrone,
Hmm.
and I had the Checkers fries for the first time. The nice, really seasoned like Popeye's fries,
Yeah.
and we would get the wings from there. But now they have jacked up the price of it, and the wings taste good though. That's my problem. They're good,
Yikes. Well, I
and
mean,
they
that's why they can jack up the price because they know people will pay for it,
yeah,
honey.
and they're not teeny tiny. You know what I'm saying? They so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you would think a place like that would sell, some mediocre wings, but they're top tier, and like no wonder they're paying. Now $16 is way too much. Anyway, I'm sorry guys for
Hmm.
sharing so much of my business. Robin says, um, "Will the big reveal happen on Christmas?" Big reveal.
Not exactly following there. Not exactly following you there,
Do I
girl.
need to? Does somebody need to tell me something?
Can we elaborate, Robin? I know you.
Okay.
I know you will, but I just have to ask.
Like, tell me, please. Miss Kim says, my Christmas plans will involve relaxing, reading, catching up on shows, movies, drinking mimosas. Come on! And hanging out with the fam. That is Christmas.
That sounds like an auntie Christmas to me, honey.
Okay, fancy dancy auntie. And I love a good mimosa. Boy, I tell you, good stuff. Robert says, go on, Kim, enjoy your time off.
Okay.
Okay. And she also says, I remember waking up. Oh, excuse me. Robin says, I remember waking up to go to the bathroom and saw my presents putting gifts under the tree. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was about 6 or 7. We were in Germany. Plays in my head like a movie.
Oh
Wow.
wow. Are you an army kid, Robin? Because that's the only thing I can guess with you living in Germany. Even if you weren't, let us
Hmm.
know what you were doing over there, girl.
Yeah, the spirits were so high. And then Daddy would have us to listen to Luke chapter 2 before we went downstairs to go open presents. Smiling with Aaron D says Checkers was right near where I used to live. I miss their fries. It's only been 2 weeks. Stay strong, my sister. You're gonna be all right.
You will be okay, Aaron.
Robert said, "Did you see the at the view that time when Whoopi asked Alyssa if she would?" All right,
Now, I'm not an avid watcher of The View. I watch their clips on YouTube, so more than
just little
likely I
clips.
didn't see that.
And also, Aaron says, my Christmas plans will be family and a Christmas live for those who don't have family. That is
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
That really is nice. And Robin says, yes, I'm a proud Army brat. Daddy was a career serviceman. Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. Thank y'all, all service people, for your services
You're so
and your
best.
time, your
Bless
service,
you.
and the time that you dedicated to protecting our
And
country. We really
sacrifice.
appreciate it because
Hmm.
Lord knows I would not risk my life for this country. But thank you for having the grace to do so. The biggest topic that we have to talk about, y'all, Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger. She was found guilty on DUI charges. And thereafter, the body cam footage of her arrest was released. That was the first thing that my mother told me about this morning. As soon as I sat down on the couch, and child, did you see that arrest video? I watched the entire 30-minute video. There are clips of it, but there's a 30-minute video that was put out by, I think, Fox 5, if I'm not mistaken. Whew. So it was clear that Karen was inebriated, extremely inebriated.
Good and drunk.
She even said that she was Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
Oh, King Jesus.
Like, that's how loaded she was. She even said that she was loaded during
Zooted
the
and
arrest. Zooted and booted, yes. It was embarrassing for me, and I cannot imagine how embarrassing it would be for Karen. And I know it sounds as though I'm trying to make excuses for Karen, but no. It's just that I enjoy Karen and I enjoy what she brings to Housewives of Potomac. And I just feel bad for her. I do feel bad for her, even though she needs to take accountability for her actions. I don't understand why she would have pled not guilty. I don't understand why she would have denied anything. I don't know if she was denying anything. I know she was trying to say that there was some hanky-panky going on with the police force, even though they were extremely generous and nice to her during that entire ordeal. They let her ride in the front of the police car. In the front of the police car, she was talking to the man. She asked him a couple times what his name was, asked him a couple times if he was married, asked him a couple times if he knew who she was. She said that she was a grand dame. She didn't even know what it meant, but she said that Andy gave her the title. It was a whole lot. Her wig was about halfway back on her head. Alexander Rogers and Chris talked about it a little bit earlier today. They said, they assumed that maybe, the wig kind of fell off during the crash, and then, she tried to put that on, before the police got there. But I have no idea how Karen is going to get through this reunion if she shows up. I hope she does not, skip out on the reunion because all of this has come out. I don't believe that she will, but she knows that she will be on the hottest of seats during that reunion. But I can't help but feel bad for Karen. I can't imagine what type of state she was in during that time. But at the same time, she still needs to take accountability for the fact that she really could have taken not only her own life, but someone else's life in the process of whatever situation or whatever feeling she was feeling in that moment. It's just bad all the way around. It's just really, really bad all the way around. Some people said that Karen cursed out the ambulance workers. I didn't necessarily hear that part. She wasn't like rude. She was condescending towards the police officers. Sort of kind of a high and mighty type of feel, you know what I'm saying? Which was not surprising to me whatsoever. We're talking about Karen Huger here, y'all.
Okay.
But I hope that she gets to the other side of this. And I know this will follow her through the rest of her reality TV show career. It will literally follow her. She will not be able to live this down at all. I don't see that happening whatsoever. And I can imagine, I'm sure this will linger on into the next season of Housewives of Potomac as well. They're never going to let this go. But Karen did it to herself. She did it to herself. And once again, she must take accountability for what she did. Let me know down in the comments if you guys saw the police video, what you guys thought of it. Jennifer, were you surprised by the verdict in this case? And you said that you heard some comments about the police video as well. What are your thoughts?
I have so many thoughts about the whole situation. I'm not surprised. It just is what it is. But I didn't even want to watch the video because I suffer from major secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
So watching that video was not going to soothe me or make me happy today. So I did not do that. This is called protecting my peace.
Yes.
But anywho, I certainly do have an opinion on it, though, from the little clips that I was able to scroll around on TikTok and see. But this is my thing, and this is what bothers me about the whole thing. One thing I love that Funky Dineva says is, like, the best way to get take care of or deal with negative press is to jump out in front of it and control your narrative. And
Mm-hmm.
for Karen to be under the impression that her trying to just not talk about it and act as if it never existed or didn't happen or anything like that, or
Mm-hmm.
even that she has, excuse me, a court case, period. It's like, it's just made it worse. If she could have just said, "Child, y'all know," and just left it at that, she didn't even have to
Right.
explain. It was bad. It was bad. And she could have just left it at that. She didn't even have to talk about it. She didn't have to give more of it. If she could have just simply just copped to what the truth was. Let's be real. A lot of people make mistakes, but when you don't own your mistakes, you're literally giving power to all of these power hungry B words that want to make you want to beat you down with your own issues.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to own it. And I thought that Karen was smarter than that.
Right.
And I'm also over here thinking, like, who are the people that are around her? Who
Like, who
said that it was smart
convinced
to do
her?
it? And even if she had the plan to go through the process of fighting it, she still could have said, "Yeah, things happen." She could have said, "Yeah, I got arrested," and just left it at that.
Or it was
Yeah,
a
that
rough
happened.
night, you
It
know?
was, oh, child, it was rough. But I'm gonna talk more about it soon. But it was rough. And just leave it at that. She was trying to make it seem as if nothing happened. Like she
Yeah.
was never in handcuffs. Like
Right.
she never had to go to the precinct.
Yeah.
Like, no, no. That bothers me. And I thought she was smarter than that. And apparently the people around her are not that smart either to let her do that. I hope she might have had somebody to say that she just shot it down, but it's best to own your issues, especially on a reality television show when all they want to talk about is the reality that is clearly out here on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to kind of cover up the first one or other infractions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to attempt to cover this one up that was so big, and I heard that she couldn't get a plea bargain. I was listening to lawyers today.
Okay.
I heard she couldn't get a plea bargain because this is not her first offense like this.
Right.
So it's just the thing. She had to go through it. And I believe maybe she might have been frazzled because it's her first time being a second time offender.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it was. Or maybe she thought that it would be like the first time. Like, no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, 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 no. It's time to just need okay. There's no need to put it all out on the table, but it's okay to act like you did something because you did it. And you have other infractions as well. And when you act like nothing has ever happened to you or you've never done anything, that's what gives people the motivation to bring out all of your skeletons. And they did just that. And sometimes you can't just sit there and roll your eyes when you have people like Mia around. Have you been watching Jonathan?
Haven't been watching what?
Potomac.
Absolutely. I've been doing reviews on it every week.
Oh yeah, I forget. I can't stand how Mia is just so annoying.
Mia seems like she's desperate. She seems like the way that she's moving like she's desperate, as if she's afraid that her spot on the show is in jeopardy. So she's throwing everything to the wall to see what will stick. The fact that she's using the paternity of one of her children as her storyline and her affair with her concubine. It's as her storyline. The fact that she has two men as her storyline, it means that she does not care. To me, it means that she does not care. She does not care
She
about
don't
her
care how she's
kids.
portrayed.
No, not at all. She does not care about people's opinions of her. She does not
I
care.
can't
As
stand
long
it.
as she's still in the show, as long as she's getting that check, she is okay. And I cannot get with that. I've never really cared for Mia in general to begin with,
But
but the
she's just
fact that she's
deplorable
come in,
now.
right, but the fact that she's come into this season with clearly an agenda to make her stamp, and to have, a great story, what she might think would be a great storyline for a reality TV show. I don't like it, and I don't appreciate it at all.
She don't got no good friends. It's a no for me, dog. It's sad. Let me get
But
to these.
Mia doesn't seem like a girl's girl to me. Like she
Oh,
seems
it's
like she
apparent.
she would have a good time with you if you went out with her. She seems like she would be a fun time girl, but
She's a
she doesn't.
surface girl.
Right. No one, not giving much substance, as Jackie said that Toya lacked substance in the last episode of Married to Medicine. It is what it is. But yeah, I really don't care for
Child.
Mia.
Let me. There's a whole heap of comments. I'm gonna get to them. Miss Kim said I used to get up at like 4 a.m. when I was little. It was always fun seeing all the toys under the tree. I remember getting a fur coat when I was 6.
Ooh, all
Oh,
right. Can you say fancy,
she
honey?
was born with it.
Okay.
Um, Aaron says, I think mid morning so far, that seems to be a pretty popular idea. Oh, for the Christmas
Mm,
video that she's going to do. That sounds good.
okay.
Robin says, I'm not going to lie. Everything about those videos is hilarious. I'm still laughing. She
It's
said,
it's it
lit.
is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Drunk people tend to be pretty entertaining.
And yes, that wig was indeed in the back of her head. It was
In the
absolutely
back
ridiculous.
of her
In
head.
the rear, and then there was no hair. Okay, Rob, Swallow and Eric D said, also in the evening, might do too. Okay,
Okay.
where are my we're a family. We're a family too. I want to spend time with all my family. Oh,
Absolutely. I'll make sure to try to make it Aaron
for
for sure.
for Christmas, that'll be good. Yeah, I might not make the first one because of course we have nothing to do but I say stay black and die on Christmas Day. So I'm just more than likely I'm just gonna be sleeping
Okay.
that morning. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hop into the chat for the second half, if not the first as well. Miss Kim says, I can't stand Karen. Wig was pushed back to 1977. she she was sloppy drunk, and I'm laughing at her. Miss Mama's needed needed that slice of humble pie, and that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
if she would have just copped to it, she wouldn't have as many people feeling this way.
Right. Because now it's like everyone's laughing in her face. When
Yeah, like
when if
try
she would have taken accountability from the get-go,
yes.
it wouldn't have the impact. The police body cam would not have the impact that it's having now on her.
Like, and it would have just been something funny, and shoot, she could have made a little money off of it. Have a video where she's watching it herself, so she's laughing at herself. I'm telling you, it's like you have to think about it in a different way because whatever's done will come to the light, especially if you're in the space that she's in.
Yeah.
Robin says, "Do you think she might have? She might be. Wait, do you think that she might be having something with someone named Thomas Jefferson?" Didn't the other lady say she was with some other man?
Blue Eyes is what they called him. They called him Blue Eyes. Charisse brought it up, and I think either the first or second season reunion, and then Robin brought it up in the previous season. And
Hmm.
here's Blue Eyes, y'all. Yes, so maybe she does like the white men's. I don't know.
Robin says she told that man that he was white and she was rich. Lord Karen. The ladies, Miss Kim said the ladies need me on the reunion to help them read Karen. They're not quick enough. I can go toe to toe with her. Now that is the truth.
Yeah,
They are not quick enough for Karen because Karen be hurting their feelings.
because Karen is the quickest one on the show.
She
Truth
is.
be told, truth be told. And I think Ashley would be a close second. Ashley would be a close second.
Because
Now that
that made me,
Candace is gone,
yeah.
there's really no competition.
And that made me think about how she be getting that Giselle, man. Especially those first few reunions. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Robin said, if I was Karen, I'd try to uh, renegotiate my appearance at the reunion for an extra fee.
Okay.
I ain't watched since last season, but I will tune in if she's present. I don't see why she wouldn't be present though.
I see why she wouldn't want to go, but I and And the thing is, I'm assuming they are contractually obligated to show up to those reunions, but I have seen reunions where certain housewives did not come.
And they
So,
did not get paid.
right. So, there's that.
Something tells me she needs them dollar bills.
It wouldn't surprise me that she needed those dollar bills, but she does have businesses outside of Housewives of Potomac. I don't know
Okay.
that those are her main source. I don't believe those are her main sources of income. I don't know what her main source of income is.
Hmm.
But those checks mean a lot to those women who are on the show.
From what we've seen, absolutely. Robert says, I can't get over the fact that this actually went to trial
Yeah.
because she wanted to stay in denial.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Smiling with Aaron D says, I didn't watch the video, but I'm praying for Karen. Okay, don't we all?
We all need to. That's what we all need to do,
See,
Aaron.
see, see, that's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. Thank you, Aaron. You and your sweetness. Can't help it. Um, Robin says around 5 a.m. I watched Rodney the Voices video about this arrest. I hollered.
I love Rodney the Voice. I love him. He is so funny. He did my favorite P Valley reviews for sure, for
I
sure.
don't know
Rodney the Voice.
Rodney.
Yeah, you should find him. His name is Rodney the Voice on YouTube. Just look him up and he'll come up
Okay.
immediately.
Smiling with Aaron D said Karen made a mistake and I still love her. Karen was so embarrassed. My heart breaks for her. And that's the thing. It's like we can get it. She's embarrassed by what she did,
Right,
but you have to own it. The moment
right.
you own it, nobody can tear you down for it because it's out there now.
Right, exactly, and can't nobody clock you for it.
Yeah.
But Aaron, I feel the exact same way because of my love for Karen. I just feel bad for her, and I feel bad for the repercussions that will come because of it. But Karen kind of set it up this way because Karen did it. Period. That's all there is to it. Karen did it, and now she has to deal with the consequences. Now, I don't feel as though she will be sentenced to prison. I believe her sentencing is scheduled for January, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
But I don't believe that she'll go to prison. I just believe that she'll end up getting probation. I hope that she does not go to
We
prison
hope for her sake that she
because
just gets.
a lot of times with these DUIs, a lot of times people don't go to prison until like their fifth,
Yeah.
sixth one. So
Ain't that something? Um,
ain't it something?
Miss Robin says, excuse me, Miss Kim says, Robin, I was watching Rodney at 5 a.m. too. What are y'all doing up so early?
Yes.
Had me cracking up. Y'all some early birds.
And I don't
See,
think Rodney the Voice cares for Karen, so I'm sure that was funny for all of y'all.
and let me tell y'all, the day that we all go out on a trip or something like that, I'm gonna have to give some chores or something for y'all to do early in the morning. Or wait, do y'all wake up early for vacations? It's a good question. But I wouldn't give y'all anything to do unless you want to make breakfast. Anywho, let's see. Miss Kim says Mia and Jackie are dragging this franchise down.
Okay, especially
I,
Jackie.
I need both of their thirsty selves gone next season. Please tell. When I saw them cheap dollar store heart balloons on that episode, that what's her name, Jackie bought to that party or whatever.
Hmm.
I said, "What is going on here? What are we doing?"
I don't
Like,
know
you
why
thought you had a real movement, a real gesture. Like, what is this?
I don't know why Jacqueline's there. I don't understand why she's there. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the fact that she clings onto Mia for dear life the way that she does is so sad. It is so sad and embarrassing. Like secondhand embarrassment. That's secondhand embarrassment for me to be
Me
hanging
too.
on to
When I saw that
someone.
clip, I
Like,
was like, "What is this?"
I mean, I can understand you could be close with your girlfriend, but it's almost you acting like she's your lifeline, Jacqueline.
And then what
Okay.
what makes it even worse is like you have to be videoed outside of the party, out in the road. Like that's not sexy. Having to be kicked out of a place you're not wanted. To be honest, let's be real. If she would have acted right as soon as she walked in there, they would have tolerated her.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anywho,
she's just a non-factor at this point, a clear non-factor.
Robin says, "Ain't nothing like waking up in the middle of the night to watch a video from Rodney."
Okay.
Dustin said, "I don't get paid if you don't. You don't get paid if you don't show up to the reunion. That's like the same thing within the 90-day fiance tell all."
Yeah.
Excuse me. Robin says, "I think she's going to jail." I don't think so.
Wow. I doubt it, but you never know. We won't know
Hey,
until it
we'll
actually
see.
happens.
Now, okay, see now all I can see is her with the mug and in the Hoots Cow, somebody singing, "Please, Mr. Jailer, look, you."
Yes. Yes.
I sent you a video with that song, and it's talking about the dude that did the assassination.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I sent it to you on the TikToks. Robin
Gotcha.
says, "Yep, always up and Adam can't disturb my uh, circadian rhythm." Yes, I did that. And then lastly, Miss Kim says, "Sometimes I get up early on vacation to have coffee, watch the sunset, or talk and walk, or just have some quiet time." Miss
I love
Kim,
that.
that sounds so freaking peaceful.
Sounds like self-care to me.
That's what it sounds like. I like that.
I
Okay, you
like
don't
that.
you don't
So
have to make
peaceful.
breakfast. Just drink your coffee. Oh
Bianca
yeah,
can make
sunrise.
breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That's our cooker right there. She gonna
we'll
be cooking honey.
she child. Anyway, go ahead before I start
Speak,
talking more.
Speaking of prison, former star of Housewives of Atlanta and former husband of Cynthia Bailey, Mr. Peter Thomas, has been sentenced to 18 months in federal prison for failing to pay the government over $2.5
Prison?
million in employment taxes. So apparently, this was happening at his various bars that he owns. Apparently, he was not paying the government for the taxes, and what the main thing that RuPaul always tells these queens when they come onto the show: pay your
Taxes.
taxes.
Come on.
Pay your taxes. The government understands, especially if you're getting paid on the books. The government knows what is going into your pocket, and they knows what belongs to them as a citizen of the United States of America. They know what belongs to them, and if you don't give it to them, they're gonna get it one way or another.
Or another. Come on home.
This does not surprise me whatsoever. Peter, I don't want to say he strikes me as a scammer, but he strikes me as a scammer, to be honest. I mean, it is what it is. It seems
Well,
like he
it's
was scamming
apparent at this
Cynthia.
point.
Seems like he
Hmm.
was scamming Cynthia throughout that entire marriage. Seems like he was marrying Cynthia to get a come up.
Scamming.
And now it's obvious, and now I'm so glad that Wendy did not get into that deal with him in the previous in 2 seasons ago,
Yes.
when Mia was mad that she wasn't talking to Peter. But I'm so glad Wendy did not get into the depths of whatever it is that he's in. I'm so glad that Wendy did not do that. But yes, Peter is going to prison for 18 months. He hasn't reported to prison yet. I saw a video of him talking about it a little bit earlier, but
Hmm.
that does not surprise me whatsoever. It does not surprise me whatsoever. And to be honest, I don't necessarily think that Peter cares. To be honest,
And
um,
he's
eh,
going to federal prison.
yeah, I just because he seems like the type that would be okay in that type of environment, at least to me. And federal prison is not like state prison. In federal
Yeah.
prison, it's not a 5-star hotel, but it's not Fulton County Jail. Okay, so it is what it is. I think he'll fare very pretty well, but he's got to do a year and 6 months, and that's a lot out of your life, especially at his age.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot. Jennifer, what were you thinking when you heard that news?
I actually saw that this afternoon while I was on the phone with my husband. And I was like, that's a lot of money in the millions.
A
But then again,
whole lot.
it just tells you, it just makes you wonder, like, so that's how long they've been doing this, huh?
Yes, a long years for years.
And it's sad. So when you do business, it's best to do it right. I believe that's part of the reason why it's like he knew how to get it started, get it up, have the ideas to make it popular, but he did not know to keep the business afloat, to continue to keep good business practices flowing and abundant.
Right.
So, hey, God bless.
It is what it is. In other news, a Georgia appeals court has dismissed Fonnie Willis as prosecutor in the Donald Trump election case. Now, the attorney general, I think his name is Jack. He dropped the case that he had against Donald Trump trying to overturn the election because he felt as though an elected official, a person who was elected president, cannot be charged or be, or be taken to court for any type of charges. However, this election case in Georgia in Fulton County is still going forward. So I don't know if there's a mix-up of knowledge of the law in particular. I don't know if we know what we can do and we can't do. I'm so sorry I didn't put my phone on silent, y'all. But I'm not surprised by this ruling. Fonnie Willis is the one who also brought up this racketeering case against Young Thug and his crew, and that case went down into the ish. Young Thug was the only one who was convicted. All the other ones were found not guilty.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much faith I have in this election case, even though the evidence is there. I mean, to me, it would be strange if he was found not guilty. However, I don't know if the case can move forward because, can he be prosecuted as president of the United States? Because he's going to be sworn in on January 6th, 2025, and the case ain't happening in between now and then. So I don't know if this probably might have to go to the Supreme Court for them to decide whether he can be prosecuted or not. And if we know if that happens, he definitely ain't going to get prosecuted with all them Republicans in the Supreme Court. So it is what it is. But it seemed like Fonnie Willis kind of dropped the ball a little bit with that relationship that she had with that fellow lawyer that was working in the prosecutor's office with her. And when you do things that are that cause you to color outside the lines and you're in a government position, it's never good. And it will almost always get found out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Jennifer, what were your thoughts on the fact that Fonnie Willis won't be prosecuting this case any longer?
It took long enough.
Ooh.
I've always felt like eventually it was too much dirt being thrown at her name. And it's like, to be honest, I really, at the lowest of keys, where it's kind of like, surprise, she got reelected. Like, okay.
For real?
Yeah. So I'm not surprised at all that she was removed. She too much.
Yeah.
Too much has gone on. But as far as how things move forward, all I can always say is we shall see, especially when it comes to things with court, things dealing with that man. We don't know if somebody's going to get bought. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going to go on. So we just try our best to to be honest, I'm not even paying attention. So God bless.
Makes sense.
Miss Kim said Peter could have avoided all this.
Clearly, by paying his taxes.
And when I read it, it said it was for the employment taxes.
Employment taxes, exactly.
So it's like, basically, this is the stuff that's supposed to be coming from the employees' checks / the employees, like tips and things of that nature, taxing on that.
Right.
And then, at the end of almost everything, there's so many people / employees saying that they weren't getting paid by him. So it's like,
what you doing, man?
Where are we going wrong here?
What you doing, man? What you doing?
Miss Kim says, why didn't he have a business manager or accountant to handle his taxes? I can't stand a scammer.
A man like Peter Thomas is not going to allow people to do things that are not involved in his business.
Exactly.
And his business being himself. And so, if it's not him making the decisions, ain't nobody else making the decisions for him. Peter Thomas is going to do his thing.
Oh, Jesus. Miss Kim said the Cheeto gets off again.
Again.
Not totally.
I really doubt that they'll bring this case if Jack dropped his case and he's at the top of the legal chain. as far
Mhm.
as the United States of America is concerned. I would think he would have the most information as far as to whether he can be prosecuted or not.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
We shall see. Robin said the ruling taking Fani off the case was fugazi. Ooh-wee. Wholly political. This is why I said I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Truth be told, the right has stumped on the law. Hmm.
agreed.
Robin says January 20th his is inauguration day, MLK Day. Too ironic, huh? Yeah, I know. Um, and Robin says random. I want a piece of ham. You know what, Robin? I've already had plenty of ham from Thanksgiving. I think I'm hammed out for the year, to be honest with you. I'll see some more ham next year
You
around
know,
this
it's
time.
funny. I typically only eat ham on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving or Christmas, if we have
Yeah.
Christmas ham.
Hmm.
And that's how I like to keep it because ham, it just ain't good for us like that. But I love a piece of ham.
It's, especially if it's glazed, a
Come on, come
glazed
on,
honey
come on,
baked ham,
come on.
honey.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mm. Thank you, Jesus. Have you
yes.
ever have you ever ventured to a honey baked ham store and got like a honey baked ham sandwich?
I have not had a honey baked ham sandwich yet. However, remember Nikki who used to work with us at
Yeah,
yeah.
teleperformance.
Did she get didn't she give us something? So maybe I did get a ham sandwich. I don't remember.
She
I don't
bought
can't say.
okay, when we had our, like, graduation from, I've never had that at any other, thing that I had. Anyway, we had a graduation celebration
Mhm.
for, going through training. We had a potluck, and what she bought was a honey baked ham from her job, a whole ham.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we hammed it up, enjoyed
Yes,
ourselves.
we did.
Robin
Yes, we
says, one
did.
thing is for sure, the Republicans are good at targeting and taking folks down. They are laser focused, toe the line, and never go off talking points and script. Hmm. Go ahead, Jonathan.
So, a Florida woman has been arrested for threatening her health insurance company amid the shooting of the United Healthcare CEO, saying, "Deny, delay, depose. You people are next." What? First of all, it does not surprise me that this woman is from Florida, and this is no shade to anyone who's living in Florida, but I think it's pretty much common knowledge that Florida is just one of those states, and I'll leave that
It,
there.
just one
But
of those days.
hey, but to think that you can say things like this and think that there will be no
Be all
repercussions
right.
for
Come
it,
on. Come on.
that makes no sense to me whatsoever. And then for her to say, I didn't mean it, or I wasn't serious, and when you say things out of your mouth, and I'm sure she said it in a certain tone that made it
Come
seem as though
on.
she was serious about
Speak
doing this thing
words.
to them, and you have
Hmm.
to take people seriously, especially with the fact that weapons are so easily
Come on.
accessible these
Especially in
days,
Florida.
especially in Florida. Then you have to understand that these people, the law enforcement will be knocking at your door. Period.
Period.
Jennifer, were you surprised when you heard this happen? Because it didn't necessarily surprise me, because I had a
It
feeling somebody might try to pull this trick.
exactly, it didn't surprise me at all. What also is not surprising to me is the thought of what people plan to do behind closed doors to try to be more, not as outward like that. Because
Right.
anybody can track a call, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not surprised at all. May God bless her and may she have, health, good mental health. God bless.
Good mental
Um,
health. I heard
yeah,
that.
that's what we need. Let's see. Robin says I don't want nothing extra, just a plain old salty piece of ham, no pineapples, no cloves, no honey, just ham. Girl, okay, so that's where we differ.
Yeah.
Okay, I need some sweetness.
Some sweetness. Some, if it's
Give
not a pineapple, if it's not a glaze, something got to be sweet about
That's
it.
why I need, and then I need the cloves. That clove taste does it for me. Okay, I had to put the cloves in there. I had the pineapples on there and stuff like that. I love every bit of it. Robin says, but can we talk about how Luigi was charged with terrorism, but all them school pew pews when slash if the perp lives, no charges, no such charges. Maybe the difference is this happened in New York. Hmm.
It could be different jurisdiction, different charges.
But
It's
still,
the legal system is kind of janky, to be honest, at least in
yeah,
my opinion.
we can see, and it's
But
annoying.
anyway, so this week on Carlos King's YouTube channel, he had Drea Kelly, who is the former wife of R. Kelly, and she explained why she kept her last name despite her husband's history. She said, I would not have been able to go to the places that I've gone to if my name was not Drea Kelly. I would not be able to go to these schools and talk about DV, violence, that type of violence, if my name were not Drea Kelly. So I completely understand where she's coming from with her explanation. And at the same time, I do understand why people are confused by the fact that she would still keep the name of the man who has been convicted of such horrible crimes. I get why she's doing what she's doing, because if she goes to a place where she wants to present, and Kelly ain't on her name, they're gonna be like, who are we going to see? Who is this woman? I don't know her. It makes sense to me. It really does make sense to me. People can say what they want to say about her. Now, now about her personally, I won't get into her personally. I did see her
Hmm.
on the Surviving R. Kelly thing. I saw her on The View with that terrible purple lipstick. Oh Lord, I did not like that. But anyways, I respect her for standing behind her decision to keep that name, because it does take her places, and I agree with that, and I can appreciate that for her. And I understand why she would keep that name too, because her celebrity, whatever level you want to put that on for her, is literally attached to that name. Jennifer, does it surprise you that she's keeping the Kelly name on her ID?
It doesn't surprise me because she's made sure to keep it in the forefront. I personally don't believe, in my opinion, that she absolutely has to keep that name for people to know who she is. She
Mm.
simply needs to put importance on the name that she would like to be called and continue to put that out, and people will respect her in kind. And you can talk about domestic violence without the name of your abuser connected to your first name. That's not excuse enough for me. And to be honest, I believe she should have been more truthful about that in that moment and just said, "Hey, they know the Kelly name, so I'm gonna hold on to it." If she could have just said that, I'd have a lot more respect for that, for her reasoning. But let's be real, you don't have to have the name of your abuser attached to your name for people to know who you are and know what you're talking about and what you've been through. I don't believe that was a it's not, well, is not a forthcoming answer about that, because
Hmm.
there's been plenty of people on this earth that have gone back to their maiden names or
Yeah.
whatever name that they like to be referred to, and when people refer to them, they will make sure to get that correct, because what, I don't want to be connected that to that anymore, and people will respect in kind.
Right.
So that's not. Mm-mm. Thank you, Robin. She says her children still carry the name, right?
I believe so. I don't know for sure though.
I know at least one of them made sure not to
Hmm.
because they don't want to be connected to that. Uh, Miss Kim says Drea people barely knew what you looked like. He barely acknowledged he had a wife. R. Kelly kept her children, kept her hidden. I mean,
Literally.
so it's like, what are we going based upon? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's like, to be honest, maybe she's just happy that she's finally able to say that she's a Kelly, because she couldn't say that before.
Yeah.
And now that he's under lock and key, there's another layer of freedom that you have to be able to say, "Hey, I'm Drea Kelly."
Because she
Maybe
really
it's
didn't become visible until recently. Like, did anybody really know who she
until all the
was
stuff
back
came.
in the day? I don't think so.
No,
No.
we didn't know it. It was until we all, the bulk of us, got introduced to her to the Hollywood Ex Wives. That
Okay.
show. That's how we got
Okay.
introduced to her.
Yeah.
And she could have had her maiden name there after she explained whose wife she was. Then we move
Drop it.
on.
Drop
We
it.
just move on.
Yeah.
People are not that slow. And if and if somebody wants to know who you are and they respect you for who you are, they're going to figure out the name that you like to be referred to as. Please forgive me for fussing.
It's okay. I can tell you feel some type of way about that thing, and
It,
that's all right.
it's the not being truthful. It's the just,
Okay.
I the same thing with Karen. Just keep it real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of having to walk around, you know, like Funky Down Neighbor said, just put backpedaling and pussy
And
popping.
it's popping. Yes.
I can't stand it. Anyway, Lady Virgo says, Jojo and Jennifer, hey, hey, good evening to you all. Good evening, Miss
Good evening,
Virgo.
Miss Virgo.
Miss Kim says, I know two women who were, oh, wow. Two women who were claiming they were R. Kelly's girlfriends while he was married. Most people
Wow.
didn't know for sure he was married. Exactly.
Hmm.
If we didn't know out here, y'all over in Chicago, and y'all
Y'all
ain't
didn't
know, well,
know.
dag nabbit, who
Didn't
was
nobody
supposed to
know.
know? You want to
Who?
know who knew? Dre Kelly and R. Kelly. I think that's maybe like a bodyguard or somebody.
And
I
they
bet you.
kids.
And you
Oh,
know what?
and Sparkle.
Oh. And I bet you maybe the bodyguards, the other employees didn't even know he was married to her. I bet you.
Probably, unless they was in the house.
And then why would you feel okay with being married to somebody that don't even want people to know that you are together?
The nigga don't claim you, girl. Then what are you doing?
And this is why I've never truly been on her train like that.
Yeah,
Not
me
saying
either.
that, she doesn't deserve to be believed. She doesn't deserve any sympathy. I'm just
Right.
saying I question some things.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. And Lady Virgo says, Jojo and Jennifer, how's Michael doing? Did tell him, it's him. Tell him I said hello for me. Sure.
Absolutely. Michael is doing well. He's doing his thing. I'll just leave that there. He is doing his
Yeah,
thing.
and it's just taking a break.
Yeah.
And yeah. And he didn't he let us know what's going on.
Right. Yeah. So we're all it's all good in this hood. I want to just speak on Married to Medicine really quickly. I don't know why Contessa's back. I really don't understand why she is back. I enjoy seeing her husband. I think he's a nice looking man. However,
But
that's
he
not
can stop
enough.
rapping.
Uh, y'all, I mean, yes, it is old man rap. I understand that. I get that. But he's nice to look at. You know what I'm saying? I can press the mute button while he's got the microphone in his hand. Okay. But anyways, this whole thing with Quad trying to get Contessa and Heavenly to kind of smooth things over when she got something going on with Dr. Simone and she's not going to want to work that out. It seems like to me that Quad is probably always going to be on the show. I don't believe that Quad is ever going to leave the show because this is her bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? This is how she is known in the world. She's been on since the first season, and if the girls have not told her she's got to go yet, I don't know what she could do to make it so that she would have to go. So I found myself a little bit frustrated with this most recent episode because Quad is trying to be a part of the group. But the thing is, they don't know you, girl. They don't know nothing about you. They didn't even know you had a boyfriend for the last year, allegedly. And you take and just every time I'm going to see Quad on the show, I'm like, why is she here? Why is she here? I love seeing all the other women, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone can come or go. It is what it is with her. Dr. Jackie, I love seeing Dr. Jackie on the show. I even love seeing Sweet Tea on the show. I think she's a great addition to the show. I think she brings her own authenticity to the show. And I think it's beautiful that she's trying to find herself. It seems like she's still trying to find herself, and I think it's a beautiful journey to watch. I love Toya being on the show. She's started to become one of my favorites on the show. I just don't know why Contessa is there. She's not even in the intro for the show. but she just came to drum something up with
So
Dr.
she's a friend?
Heavenly. Yeah, she's a friend to the show. She does have confessionals on this season, so she is a part of the show, technically, but she's not a part of the main cast for this season. But I just don't know what is the point of her coming back besides her bringing up her issues with Dr. Heavenly again that were unresolved from 2 seasons ago. So I'm enjoying the season so far. Don't get me wrong; it is enjoyable to watch. I can't wait to see Apollo back. I can't wait to see that scene with Dr. G getting into it with Quad's new man, her man, her
Ooh,
man.
child.
That should be interesting to see. But Jennifer, have you seen any of the season of Married to Medicine as of yet?
No. When it comes to Married to Medicine, I think that's one of the main ones that kind of hurts my brain the most.
Why is that?
So it's mainly because of like Quad and Heavenly and stuff like that, and the things that they talk about, the things that go round and around and around about and stuff. It's just when you
Stupid.
feel like there's no end in sight, there's no resolution, there's
Right.
no, we're gonna come eye to eye with this, that, or the third.
Yeah.
I lose interest.
I keep forgetting you really don't care for Heavenly that much.
I understand her,
Yeah.
but when I look at it, I just can't see myself being in her presence like that
Right.
and having to do like a strange.
James Caldwell did an interview with Dr. Heavenly. I just saw it on YouTube. Yeah,
Congratulations.
right. I love me some James Caldwell. I love his commentary. He is, the gayest of the gay. And he
The
stands
gayest.
true to that. He's married. He
Yes.
has 2 beautiful boys. I love me some James Caldwell. So y'all check out James Caldwell's interview with Dr. Heavenly. I'm going to watch it sometime later
I,
in
I
the
think
future.
the I think the worst thing about her is how reckless she is.
She's very reckless.
I think that's why I cannot with her, because of her being so reckless. I think that's what it is, Jonathan.
Makes
I
sense.
can't because you want to pretend like you're in a relationship or your friends and stuff. Then you say this, that, and the third about everybody and their mama, and then say, sorry, I went too far with that. And then in the next breath, the next argument, the next time, it's just
The next
another.
season is the same thing.
Not even the next season. It seems like the next
The next
dinner
breath.
break. Okay. The next time we get some mimosas together, now I'm
Right,
a this and a that and a that and a this.
right. And your mama. She loves to throw that out there. She loves to throw that out there.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Any more comments before we get on out of here, Genesita?
I'm gonna give them to you quickly. So first we have uh Robert says Michael gonna turn up one day and say he done replaced Captain Steuben from the Love Boat.
Wow.
I love it. Miss Kim says, I want Mariah to come back. Really? To be honest,
I would
I don't
love
think
for her to come
I
back
wouldn't
too.
be too upset with that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't
I
be
think she
upset.
would bring a different dynamic. The only thing about Mariah coming back is she will have 0 friends on that show. And I mean 0
Which is
friends
why
on that show.
she can't be on the show.
She
She
can't.
she's just gonna be showing her family while they out here doing this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
She won't be invited to anything. She won't be involved in anything. It would just be a
Exactly.
lost cause.
Miss Kim says, Quad isn't even married to medicine, my love.
Okay. Quote from Mariah. Quote from Mariah.
Lady Virgo says, Robin, I hollered at the CC's video of Grandon Grandon with the DUI. Yeah. Let's see. Robin says Contessa and her husband are quite boringly on below deck this past season. Surprise. Surprise. I'm trying to wonder, like, would me and Tyrone be boring? No, we wouldn't be boring. What you think, Jonathan?
You wouldn't be boring to one another, and you wouldn't be boring to the people that know you. I don't know how the world would react to your
That's the
humor
question.
because it's so unique to the two of you, and I don't know if people would get it. I
I
don't
love
think
that,
people would get
Jonathan.
it.
I love that.
Mhm.
Robin says, I haven't turned on Potomac or Married to Medicine this season. I gave up on all of the other franchises. Miss
Wow.
Kim says, I love James Cardwell. We're birthday twins. Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Didn't know he was married. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Oh, did
Yeah,
I put
they're a
his
nice
business
looking
out there
couple
like
too.
that? Because I don't know if he says that on his channel.
Well, how'd you find out he was married?
Because he brought his man to the Scorpion show. What you call him?
Yeah, I never thought he was single. The
Yeah.
way he talked. Anyway, Dustin says, have a good night. Love you. We'll see you Monday.
Love you too, Dustin.
All right. And Lady Virgo said, oh, no, it's one of these. All right, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. This went by really fast.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, honey. Jennifer, would you like to give us your social media contacts real quick? Girl?
Sure. I am the Light of the Leo. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube at the Light of the Leo. I go live every Monday at on TikTok. At 9 p.m., not a.m. Why do I want to say a.m. so bad? At 9 p.m. every Monday night on the YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also you can see me on TikTok. I go live every once in a while out there. So enjoy there. Jonathan.
And also join us on Saturdays at 10-ish a.m. for Faithful Warrior Ministries. Just look us up on YouTube and Facebook as well. Faithful Warrior Ministries, 10-ish a.m. Join us. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE 07. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining us for this episode of Hot Topics and Social Commentary. We appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. We love all of you. We love this time that we share together to chat about the gossip of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's always so refreshing to come here to be with you guys every Thursday night. And it is always a pleasure. So I love you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining us this week. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. But until then, we'll say bye for now, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Y'all eat good out there and stay warm. It's cold out there, y'all.
Okay, bye.
Bye.